Hello everybody, welcome to another Jailbreak video. In this video I'll be talking about even more cars you should and shouldn't trade for. I did a part 1. I did insanely well, almost doubling my subscriber count. I spent all of July 2024 and then all the way to the July 2025 and I was just making videos, got around 250 subs, and this one video got me around 500 just with the help of another video. But I made a part 2 as well. Didn't find the same success, but still did insanely well, giving me a lot of subs. And once again, I'm making the finale to the series. I might make monthly trading videos, maybe this so every month. So I'll tell you, September 2025, cars you should trade for. October 25, cars you should trade for. We talk about good cars and bad cars, because I hate when I become outdated, because my first video, maybe 70% of what I said is actually incorrect. We have the Goliath going high, JB8 increasing, Iceborne not doing so hot, and a lot more. So I'm just going to make them every month as an updated version. Also, I'm doing a BLACKBEARD giveaway at 1.5k subs. All you have to do is like, subscribe, and comment down a user below to be entered. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I usually start by talking about the low budget vehicles, but nothing has really changed from the 0 to 2 million range. When it came to those values, if you're a new player and you want to know about those cars, watch my first 2 videos, because I'll go over a lot of them. Basically, all of them. But here's the first car that has been experiencing some changes. The Shell Classic. The Shell Classic was obtainable from the legendary safe for 100k. It was very rare and very unfair to get. For me, it was not worth paying 3.5 million for this car. Being honest, it is one of my favorite cars design-wise in the game, and it's actually been doing pretty well on the trade world. Due to its rarity, since it was really hard to get from the legendary safe, it's at 2.5 million with decent demand. I don't necessarily think the car is going to increase in value, because its stats is what holds it back, but it's still a good car to trade for. The Wedge. The Wedge is pretty stable at 2.5 million. It looks good, and stats do not disappoint. The only thing that holds it back is the fact that it was obtained during a 3-month season, meaning it was really easy to get. I don't think it will fall in value, but I don't think it'll rise, just like the Shell Classic. The Orion. I have a 5-minute video talking about the Orion's value, if you want to watch that. It's very informational, and in this video I'm just going to explain the vehicle very briefly. The value is pretty stable at 3 million right now. Everyone's upset at Jailbreak Trading Network for killing this car's value. But this is actually part of my plan. You see, Jailbreak Trading Network is trying to hold this vehicle at 3 million and with mid-demand, and that's why I'm stacking on this vehicle. I've stacked around 12 Orions, and if the value rises, since it will most likely, I will gain a lot from it. Like I said earlier, if you want to know more about my plan with this vehicle, just check out my Orion trading video. Iceborne. The Iceborne is a supercar with high potential, though it did disappoint me. By now I assumed it would be stuck at around 5 million, but for some reason it's stuck at 3 million. And you might be thinking, you're talking about the Orion, as it's going to go for the same thing as the Iceborne. Well, yeah, but the Iceborne lacks something that the Orion doesn't. For example, the Iceborne has a cool avalanche effect when it reaches high speeds. No one wants to have an avalanche effect on your car in the summer. It would look very weird in the fall map as well. It's like a winter-only vehicle, as well as I honestly don't think it looks the best. The Orion looks so much better in every way, though I'm sure the Iceborne will rise in the winter. The car has average demand right now, but when the winter comes, it will spike in value, because everyone wants winter cars in the winter. The Macaron. The Macaron is the Season 10 vehicle, and was stuck at 4 million for the longest time, but the Macaron gained 1.5 million value, and now rests at 5.5 million in value. Just like I said about the Shell Classic, Wedge, and Airtail in Part 2, this car is very average demand. Well, this car is a very average demand vehicle, and will not rise or fall anytime soon, unless it gets a massive buff or nerf, which I cannot control that. Next up, we have the Goliath. The Goliath has been very stubborn. It had lost so much value this past year, and then I talk about it being bad. It suddenly spikes in value. I talk about how good it is in part 2, and now its demand is changing. It is now, the Goliath is at 6 million. Its demand went from decent to low and will probably fall, because when a spike happens, there's usually a big drop. If you have the Goliath, I'd probably trade it away for a Scorpion or something before it's too late. If the Goliath somehow gets good demand again, and starts pulling Apertures and Parisians, then I don't know what to say. Next up, we got the Raptor. In my first video, I talked about how bad it was since it was losing so much value, but it started to get an average demand and start to rise in value, and now it sits at 13 million and is an average demand vehicle. But once I recorded the script, it actually kind of fell a little bit, so it's kind of like around 12 million, probably will settle at around 11 million, but it's kind of fallen and you should probably trade this away. Crew Capsule. The Crew Capsule was the Season 2 Level 10 prize. It's a spawnable flying vehicle, and I would assume it's really fun to drive, coming from someone who's never actually traded for a Crew Capsule, in fact, any spawnable flying vehicle. It sits at 15 million with average demand. I don't really know why it rose, since I never really saw it have extremely high demand, like the Volt 4X4, Icebreaker, Arachnid, or like that kind of stuff. But that's jailbreak inflation to you. Torpedo goes from 30M to 49M. Power 1 goes to 10M to 17M. Even the 2.5 million value limiteds like the Aperture, Precision, Shogun rose. It's just jailbreak inflation. The Crew Capsule was something that you could trade for and pull a nice overpay since it's spawnable and flying. If you find the right people, then you're in luck. Next up, we got the Power 1. Just like I said in the first video, the Power 1 is slowly rising, is at 17.5 million as of the day of recording. If you stacked some Power 1s, you have gotten some good value. I don't really have much to say about the vehicle besides how it's my favorite car in the game. It looks amazing. People say the stats are bad. It would be smart to trade for this car since it will most likely rise in the future. And I'm not sure if I've ever seen this car at low demand. It might fall a little bit, but it'll probably rise after. It's like stocks, they go down a little bit, but then they rise a lot of the time. That's what I feel like will happen with the Power 1. The Icebreaker. The Icebreaker's value is very unstable. It went extremely high right when I traded for it, its value dropped. Now it's back high again, and then it went low a few days after I wrote the script. Even though this car is very high demand, but it went low, I don't really think you should go out your way to trade for it, because by the time you trade for it, it may be dropping in value. That's how unstable this car is. For example, I had to overpay 5 million for this car when it was at high demand. And the next day, everyone said that its demand was trash and nobody wanted to trade for it. For you rich players out there, and you have the Icebreaker to trade, wait for it to have really good demand, so then maybe you could get massive overpays like that guy who I had to pay 27 million for it. Who knows, maybe by the time I post this video, it's already rising once again. I don't know. The jailbreak economy is very weird. The Javelin. I was not going to yap about the Javelin, and everything I'm saying right now is completely off the script I wrote. The Javelin was like mid-demand, but it's now rising back high again. Well, what I said about the Icebreaker, this car went up to 50 million and then it fell like a lot, to the point that you could trade your beignet for a Javelin. It was that insane. Now the Javelin seems like it's back up trying to chase down the Torpedo, and I feel like it might. The Javelin has way more potential than the Torpedo, and I truly think the Javelin deserves to be better than the Torpedo. The Torpedo just looks like a stinking soap bar. No offense to you OG players, I know Torpedo's nostalgic, plus has really good value, I really like that the Javelin just looks so much better, it has better acceleration, it just looks just so good. It's high demand right now, people probably want to offer for it. It probably is pulling really good overpays right now since it's high, it's rising. And Torpedo, well, it's going to be the next car I'm talking about. The Torpedo. Everybody knows about the Torpedo. The Torpedo is the most wanted and most valuable car in the whole entire game. It's got the stats, it's got the nostalgia, it's got the rarity, and it's got the value. It's a pretty decent demand car, and I know a lot of people are trying to trade for it since it's like the end game car, so if you have this car, I wouldn't trade away for any sort of underpay, and I would try getting an overpay for it. I do honestly think that Javelin should be more valuable, because it just looks so much better with better stats. But I'm not in control of values, and I don't really have a say. But I hope someday I'll have a say. I've been working on my own value site for a while now, but I have not released it yet. I'm planning to release it when there's more conflict with the value sites, as well as I have enough people to be subscribed to me, so that my value site could actually make a difference. Sometimes people would release value sites and get little to no attention, since they're not popular enough to actually make a difference. For example, if Super RL96 made a value site, they would probably be the new go-to value site. I might try adding cool gimmicks to my site to make it different from the others. And if I get popular enough from Jailbreak, I'll launch my value site and try to make everything as fair and non-manipulative as possible. I know this video is a bit shorter. It's just there aren't really many cars that are going crazy in value. I'm hosting a Blackbeard giveaway at 1.5k subs. All you have to do is like, subscribe, and comment down your user below to be entered. For Blackbeard owners, if you want to know the best way to get the most value for your Blackbeard, check out this video right now on the screen about its value. Hope you have a great day, and I hope this video helped you guys a lot. Bye!